Hi you guys, welcome back. So today, before we move on to the new lesson, I want to talk to you guys to remind us of what we learned last week. So remember, we learned about the different parts of the scientific method, and we said that there were 5 parts. Does anyone remember what the acronym that we used to remember those 5 parts is? Yeah, Ashlyn.
Quirky hippos eat amazing cake.
Eat amazing cake. Awesome. And can anyone just shout it out, remember what the different letters stood for? Yeah.
The first one is question.
Awesome. The H? Yeah, Brady.
Hypothesis.
Good. E?
Experiment.
Good job, you guys. And A?
Analyze.
Good job, Jack. And C?
Conclude.
Good, so today we're gonna kind of delve into this and talk more about our research question and how we can look at the different parts of a research question to do an experiment. So we'll first start by talking about variables. Does anyone know what a variable is? Yeah, great.
It's something that changes in an experiment.
Yeah, exactly. A variable is any factor or condition that can vary in an experiment. So we're going to be looking at independent and dependent variables. So an independent variable is what the experimenter changes or controls. The dependent variable is what changes as a result of the independent variable. So this is what you're trying to measure or you're looking for in the experiment. So usually in an experiment, there's only one independent variable because we only want to change one thing and see the effect that that has on something else. So that the something else is the dependent variable. Again, what we're trying to study, what we want to measure. Okay, so I have some examples for you guys, and we're going to look at some research questions and try and figure out the different parts of the research question, identify the independent and dependent variables in those questions. So the first question is, how much does Dayquil lower a fever? So if we're trying to see how much the medication Dayquil lowers a fever, what are we manipulating in that equation? Yeah.
Dayquil.
Yeah, so would that be our independent or dependent variable?
That would be the independent variable.
Yeah, exactly, because that's what we're controlling, the amount of Dayquil that we give the person. And what then are we looking to measure? What's changing as a result of that? Yeah.
The fever.
Awesome, so we could measure their temperature, let's say, to see how much Dayquil affects the temperature. Awesome. So another example is, do test scores improve from chewing gum? So in that example, what would be the independent variable? What are we manipulating? Does gum affect test scores? Yeah.
Chewing gum would be the independent variable.
Yeah, exactly. So then what are we looking to see that has an effect on?
Test scores.
Exactly. So test scores are the dependent variable, and then chewing gum would be the independent variable. Okay, last one, if we think about, does exercise help people remember better? What would be the dependent variable? What are we looking to measure? Yeah.
Their memory.
Yeah, we're looking to see how their memory is affected by what? Yes.
Exercise.
Yeah, so would exercise be the independent or dependent variable?
Independent.
Good, we're manipulating the amount of exercise to see how much they remember and if that affects that. Good, so to help you guys remember the definitions of independent and dependent variables, I have a little song for you guys, so I'm going to sing it first and then we'll all join in as a class, okay? So the independent variable is what you change, then sit back and watch your work rearrange. The independent variable is what you change. Now let's measure that dependent variable. All right, ready? All together.
The independent variable is what you change, then sit back and watch your work rearrange. The independent variable is what you change. Now let's measure that dependent variable.